Hello, Mike. Checks on the 1-2. I put my audio interface away, and I don't know. I've forgotten how to use it. You ever have something that you haven't used in like a week, and just somehow you mind blanks?
Maybe not a week, but no, I get what you're saying.
You, yes. You're sharp. You're sharp with those. You're sharp with those things.
Well, you know.
It's those years of
technology.
it's those years of navigating video game menus. I bet. You know, your mind is always making these like spider web connections of this to this.
Yeah. But no, you're a very smart man as well.
It took me a second. How you doing on this half sunny, half rainy day? Maybe.
Yeah, we're getting one nice day, one off day, on and off, but. Yeah, we're into May.
Yeah, we're one on, one off, one on, one off. We just passed both Cinco de Quattro and Cinco de Mayo. So happy Quattro and happy Cinco.
Yes, now we're on Seto de Mayo.
Seto de Mayo. It never stops around here. I made fajitas.
It's the month of mayonnaise.
The food puns do not stop in the month of May.
Did you actually make those foods?
I did, but not on, like, it was kind of like, I think on like the 2nd of May or something, didn't put together, and I don't think it was until Cinco de Mayo where it all just kind of like came in our heads. We're like, oh, we should have made tacos tonight. That would have made way more sense.
Oh, well. Yeah, whatever. We're here.
Whatever, I'm trying.
Tacos, burritos, doesn't matter. Anything to keep us alive, keep us going.
Yeah, well, these were fajitas.
Oh, fajitas, sorry.
Which, big difference in the what constitutes a sandwich debate, which is hot. The other night, we sort of split things apart into like the two different, or the different type, as if it was a family, like the family tree of
sandwiches.
Yes, exactly. So bread is at the top. Bread is at the top because it's the leader of this kind of like this familial dynasty, and then we kind of broke down to the three children, and we just said children. We didn't assign a gender to any of these sandwiches, but it was things that things that stack.
Yeah.
Okay, oftentimes with bread, where the bread is on either side. And then, of course, there is the way where the bread is on either side, but on the horizontal axis, right? And then there is the types of things where the bread envelops or hugs the things. And then we sort of went down from there,
So is there like a separation between a bread and a bun?
No, because we just sort of
deep.
thought like it was like if you had a kid, you're gonna have one kid that's tall, one kid that's short, one kid that's fat, but it's all about how they surround the things in which all bread is created equal.
Okay.
All bread is created equal, and it's how it chooses to present itself around the things, which is the real matter. We had this little spider web. I should have taken a picture of it. I'll be sure to get that for the next show.
Well, yeah, it seems like you guys put a lot of thought into it.
I put some thought into it.
Yeah.
Hot take on the list. We're not going to go too much into it, Mike, but pizza fell onto the like stackable side because I kind of thought like if you had a child who was maybe born without a limb, so they still had like half of it, but they just didn't have possibly the bread on top to truly encapsulate.
Isn't pizza a pie?
Oh, we're leaving baking goods out of this one, Mike.
Well, I'm saying pizza pie. It's
a pizza pie. The pizza family and the pie family got together, and it was hot. It was hot.
Yeah.
I mean, see, that's what it is, right?
It could go on for generations and generations of families.
It's a good point. Well, it could go on for generations and generations. I think this particular topic, a la this intro, because, Mike, we're 4 minutes into it. You know what? You did the cold intro last week. We're doing the cold intro this week. Because this is the Street Brothers Wrestling Podcast. This is the only podcast you can find online, which is hosted by myself, Cameron Osborne, my co-host, Mike the Shoot Shepherd.
Hey!
Across the way, it's hey, hey, ho, ho. It's the only thing. It's Thursday.
It's entertainment.
The highlight of my Thursday, Mike. I said that to you earlier on the week, and it truly has become that now.
Yes.
The regularity, I think pre-Wednesday Night War, Wednesday was actually our show day.
Yeah, back when SmackDown was on Tuesdays.
Yeah, and it all
up.
sort of fit, and then we had this a tough time kind of finding our legs, and now our legs are right back under us because we know what the week is. We have a pay-per-view coming up this weekend, and then a couple pay-per-views coming up in a weekend or a couple weekends from that.
Finally. I'm ready.
Finally, I know I'm ready for a goddamn new pay-per-view. Yes. Before we go on with the show, because of course Wednesday Night War, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. I have some news to talk about, so let's take a trip around the ring. Around the ring, 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 around the ring. I see news occasionally. I feel as though I'm pretty good staying out of the news because I feel like it just kind of spoils shit, kind of thing.
The
like
dirt,
that. You know, the dirt. Sometimes, unless I love having AC around. I should rephrase that actually. When AC Dirt presents information for us, I'm on the edge of my seat with anticipation.
Yeah, he goes into those dark corners that we don't like to explore.
Yeah, the dark corners that Lars Sullivan is also taking a part of. Okay, the news I have this week, I just kind of heard the other day, was AEW. Tony Khan AEW. They're being fined $10,000 by the state of Maryland. Did you see this? Did you hear about this? It happened as a result of their Lights Out match at Full Gear, or like the one between Kenny Omega.
That's
John
not fair.
Moxley.
I mean, it wasn't a match. It was unsanctioned. It shouldn't be punishable, right? That was the whole point of it. But,
the whole point is it was supposed to be punishable, but unfortunately it was.
Maryland don't fuck around with kayfabe. They say nope.
No.
$10,000.
In the state of Maryland, it is illegal to intentionally bleed on a televised wrestling match, and for the state, too many of those spots they viewed as intentional. I think they would have a little bit of leeway if something happened by accident, but the barbed wire, there was no way.
Yeah,
and wasn't there like a mouse trap?
There was many
board
things,
or something
traps,
like that.
The glass, bunch of stuff.
Too many of those spots they viewed as intentional.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm sure AEW, the $10,000 is definitely worth the. Because that's it, right? You pay the fine, you move on. You do it again, you pay it again. It's not like they're gonna arrest you.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, how it works.
I don't know if it escalates or anything, but
yeah, I bet maybe your second time, repeat offender, 50,000, or they just save
whatever.
They save
don't
the
have to
bleeding.
go to Maryland that often anyway. So.
Yeah, they just save the bleeding for outside of Maryland. I think that works fine.
Yeah, I heard a story about Vince as well. He did that somewhere where it was outlawed, and basically he already had the check written for the show. He's like, all right, here you go, boom, done. Because he knew he was going to bleed in the match or something.
Ooh, he wanted to do it. Well, yeah. I remember I liked that match. I liked the Omega Moxley match. Yeah. I remember
when you only see the blood every few months, it stands out. It has a good effect.
Yeah, and it was fun. I remember Jim Cornette really didn't like it, but that being said, I don't know if I really like Jim Cornette. So
no, he's stuck in the 1970s. So.
He's stuck in the 1970s, which is probably why he was fired, because he said some crazy shit on that NWA. Yeah. That's all the news I have, Mike. Do you have any?
I'll throw a couple things in.
Throw it in.
We have some straggling victims of the releasing.
Oh, no.
There's always a couple stragglers.
The second wave.
Yeah, the small name that, you wouldn't have really noticed either way. Curtis Axel has been officially released.
Curtis Axel.
Yeah, Bo Dallas survived. I guess Bray Wyatt's brother.
You know what? I don't want to sound like we called it, but I think maybe 2 shows ago, the week after the releasing, we questioned why the B team wasn't on that list.
Yeah,
and I don't want to say that we called it, but what if we called it?
Yeah. So Mr. Perfect's son, who knows where he'll land. But then the other name, another kind of forgot that he was around. Cain Velasquez was still officially signed, and they cut him loose because they only used him that one match. And
I mean, yeah, just the way of things, right? Who knows? He could have made a Mania appearance for all we know. He could have done something at the Rumble. But, exactly, right?
Yeah, but either way, they just cut him loose. Okay. And the final thing, these guys can't catch a break because Jimmy Uso is hurt and out for 6 to 9 months. So once again, the Usos.
6 to 9. Which one's Jimmy?
The one that was in the ladder match, and that's
Wait. Are we sure that he's out for 6 to 9 months with an injury, or is he serving 6 to 9 months on an additional DUI charge?
I don't think that happened. Mugshots are public, and someone could have found that. But no, looks like in that ladder match somewhere along the line, he fucked up his knee, and
I wonder what he did. It's like, tell us.
Yeah. There was a lot of good bumps.
There was a lot of good bumps, yeah.
Maybe that camera cut was real when he fell to the floor. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Jey Uso gets some more singles action. But
now, which one's which?
Jimmy's the one that's married to Naomi, so.
Okay, and Jimmy's the one that hurt himself.
Yeah. So
okay, we're good. Okay, Jay, this is Jay's time. If it was
the other way around, Jimmy could come back. 'Cause remember when fucking, who was it? Someone was trying to cuck him with Naomi.
Who was, there was a cuck angle there. Mandy Rose was involved somehow.
Mandy, that's who it was. She was trying to fuck Jimmy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird angle. But that was like a solo push. When Jay was hurt, that's what they did for him. But, yeah.
And which one's the funny one? Is there a funny one or something? Is there one that's
Jimmy's better all around. Jimmy's better all around.
Jimmy's better. Okay.
Yeah. He's, no, I don't want to name names. I don't want to make tag teams.
Okay, don't name names, but Jay, now's your time. Dog.
There you go. And that's our news.
That is our news around the ring. Great. It's always nice to have a few little tidbits in there. Let's keep moving though, Mike. I mean, we got to start off the wrestling week. There's only one way to do that. It's the tweet of the week. It's the tweet of the week. It's the tweet of the week. Of course, I mean, it's the tweet of the week oftentimes marks the initiation into the long or the sometimes long trudging march towards a pay-per-view, because we have a pay-per-view this weekend, which is real exciting. It's so hard to pick. It's so hard to find tweet of the week champions. I swear, like, as soon as the show ends, something great happens on Twitter. Like, as soon as the show ends, and then every couple days something better happens. This week's champion is none other than Pretty Ricky himself, the real life superhero Ricochet. I don't really know where this one came from. I didn't really start from anything. He just said, true story, when I was younger, Ready to Rumble, the film starring David Arquette.
Yeah.
Dime Dallas Page, all that stuff. So apparently when Ricochet was younger, Ready to Rumble was supposed to come on TNT after a baseball game.
Yeah.
The game went to 11 innings. They never played Ready to Rumble. I've hated baseball ever since.
Yeah,
the kid this kid just wanted to watch his favorite actor, David Arquette.
Yeah, I've been there before.
You've been there before? What happened to you?
Fucking back in the Attitude Era, when WWF is the hottest thing in the world. Monday Night Raw got preempted for like some curling finals or something.
For curling?
Yeah, because it was here in Canada. I guess it was an important curling, and there was like a WWF World Championship match on Raw. Me and my brother were just dying, waiting for it to start, and this fucking curling was going on and on and on. Yeah.
And who won? Was it Team Alberta? They're always good.
Oh, no. I remember the match, though. It was like Undertaker versus Kane in an Inferno match where they light the ropes on fire. So we're like, holy, this is a pay-per-view. We can't. It's pay-per-view quality on Raw, and they're fucking showing us.
So did you end up catching the match, or did you miss the whole Raw?
I think it cut in live right at the main event, so we got to see the main event.
Thank God.
And then the next day we watched the rest of the show anyways.
Fucking curling.
Yeah. Fuck you. But Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ricochet. You did it.
Yeah. Normally, speak more. Speak up when you're on television. We want to hear you.
We never see you or hear you.
Yeah.
something with it.
But yeah, let's go. So that's his first time, I guess, right?
Yes. Yeah, Ricochet's a one-time Tweet of the Week champion. There you have it.
Welcome to the Hall of Champions.
That's true. The list is ever expanding.
Yes, he's etched his name forever.
Into infamy.
Greatness. Yeah. But let's go to Friday night, the Blue Brand.
Okay, folks, it's Friday night. It's time for SmackDown Live. It used to be on Tuesday, but then I think it was on Friday before, though. No, wait. They used to film it on a Thursday and then release it. It's just SmackDown Live. The Blue Brand. I like blue. It's my favorite color. I'll be honest.
It's probably one of the most easily used.
Favorited colors.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so many different shades for so many occasions. It's great.
Daniel Bryan kicks off the show this week. Because he is because we have Money in the Bank coming up, and he has never won the Money in the Bank thing, correct?
Yes, he has won it.
Oh,
but
what happened?
He won it. He cashed it in, the World Championship. He beat Big Show and won.
That's fantastic. He's looking
That's
to.
When he started. That's when he started his heel run. He started the whole yes thing. It was meant as a sarcastic thing, but then it turned around, took off, and
wow,
the rest is history.
And the rest is history. It truly is.
Yeah, but so he's here. He's excited. This year's unique Money in the Bank. And then he starts revealing things we didn't really know yet, that all 6 men and 6 women will be at the same time fighting.
Now that is intriguing.
Yeah, so everything's just going on. Is it going to be one long go, or is it going to be spread throughout the night? I don't know.
Yeah, are they going to keep cutting back and forth too? They're going to keep cutting too.
Yeah, there's going to have to do. I don't know. We're going to see. But eventually, Corbin comes out, interrupts, cuts his thing, mocks Bryan, blah blah blah. Because they got a match. Daniel Bryan's taking on King Corbin. And you know what? Bryan is actually able to make Corbin have a decent match. Kind of like what Chad Gable did.
Daniel Bryan can do anything with anything.
Yeah. But anyways, they fight outside the ring. Corbin gets angry and just throws a ladder at Bryan. So there's a DQ. And then he tries to hit the End of Days, but Bryan reverses it, puts the yes lock on to Corbin on top of a ladder. And then Nakamura, Cesaro come out, attack Bryan, help Corbin. And then, where was Gulak, though? He didn't help him. I don't know.
Drew Gulak wasn't there, of course. I sort of feel like it's not fair to have that ladder DQ because they're everywhere. Like, you're bound to bump into one. It's not their fault. So here's the thing.
If you throw them into it, it's okay. But if you pick the ladder up and throw it at him.
Oh, okay. Very important. Very important. Yeah. We know before you have those, like, wild stip matches, like Punjabi Prison, or they'll do it for Elimination Chamber. There's always the little like heading that just comes up and gives you a little rule, like the rules, gives it on a little pop-up, right?
Yeah.
Throw some pop-ups around, little pop-ups on rules, just like he wasn't, DQ'd because he used the ladder. Just like a quick little like, oh shit, okay, that makes sense.
I would like that.
I'd love that in AEW because I don't know what's going on at those refs at the Ref Academy over there in All Elite Wrestling.
No, hey, that'd be fun. Pop-ups with little fun tips.
Pop-up video was so fun.
Oh yeah,
we'd love to bring it back.
Yeah, like when the guy's in the corner, like the wrestler must break before the count of 5.
Boom. Yeah, he's holding on to the little string because he's not supposed to leave the length of the little string.
There you go.
You're like, oh shit, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then the big bad Braun Strowman comes out, cuts a promo on Bray, and he's like, the past is the past. And then Firefly Funhouse pops up on the screen. Bray's in his rocking chair. He's got his reading glasses on, and he reads a little story of the black sheep. Just talking about how there was a shepherd raising the black sheep until the sheep left, and the farmer was sad. And, why'd you leave me? All the others and the animals abandoned him. And, Bray just wants a happy ending where he finds the sheep and takes him to the slaughterhouse. So Braun's just like, you got something to say? Come here. And then Bray's like, bye. No fiend. No nothing.
No fiend, no nothing. This has been some great storytelling. That's kind of been like very low key.
Yeah, but bringing up the past, which they don't always do. Sometimes they forget 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, bring up the past. It doesn't feel like Braun Strowman can retain at all.
You think he's dropping it?
I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. How are you feeling about this this little feud?
Well, I'll go more in depth at the end when we do a little rundown.
Perfect.
But no, it'll be We'll see. But another man who's, I guess he's already got a feud coming up. Sheamus is taking on this Leon Ruff guy.
Leon Ruff.
So of course Sheamus beats the guy around, hits a brogue kick for the win. And then they play Chapter 4, the final chapter of the Jeff Hardy story, the comeback. And they're talking about this comeback, not his WrestleMania 33 comeback we already covered last week.
We already covered that last week. Huge pop. We all loved it.
Yeah. So they show, he's ready. This is SmackDown. One last run, world title, whatever. And then it closes out with Michael Cole saying, Jeff will be here next week live. So Sheamus gets in his face again, and he's ready for Jeff. So there you go. There's your feud.
There's the feud. We've been building it up, and they haven't even looked at each other yet.
Yeah, Sheamus just hates this guy.
For some reason, already hates him.
And backstage, Kayla interviews the cute couple of Otis and Mandy. They're hyping up. They're both in qualifier matches tonight for the Money in the Bank. And then Mandy gives him a little kiss on the cheek for good luck, and he does his, oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
And then we cut to the ring, because Mandy Rhodes is taking on Carmella in that qualifier match. And, these two are having a good little match until Sonya Deville comes out. New entrance, theme, new music. Good for her.
She's got a new vibe. Got a new vibe
no
about
more
her.
of that. Actually, before they even... She had to fucking share Mandy's music.
I think so, yeah.
So she's on the mic. She's talking. She's distracting Mandy, who's working on Carmella. And Sonya's like, this time last year, I gave you my Money in the Bank spot. And then in the match, I climbed the ladder. I tried to hand you the case, and you still lost. So you want to prove you're better than me? Well, karma's a bitch. Bitch, bring it on. We had a double bitch, a back-to-back.
A back-to-back B. A B off.
A double bitch. Sonya walks towards the ring, and this distraction allows Carmella to hit a super kick, get the 3 count, and earn the final spot for the women's Money in the Bank. And then, of course, after the match, Sonya gets in the ring, starts pounding on Mandy while screaming hateful things, and just slaps her,
while
slams her into the ring post.
So many hateful things.
I couldn't even write them down. They were so bad. But, and then she throws her into the post, into the steps, and then just hits this big running kick to the back of the head. And Sonya, she's snapped here. She looks crazy. She's smiling. I love it. I like this side of her. And the ref just restrains Sonya, and she yells, I will end you, Mandy. I'll ruin your life. She's nuts. I liked it. She looked like a real psycho.
This has been the defining. These have felt like the defining promos of this, Performance Center WWE. There's nothing else really much happening right now in the classic. You were my best friend. Now you're not my best friend.
Yeah.
These two women are really setting the standard for some of these PC promos, as we'll call them.
Yeah, they're killing it.
Yeah, they really are.
It doesn't feel like if. It feels real. Like Sonya's acting is very good. Imagine like Nia Jax trying to cut this promo on someone.
It also has that vibe too of not. I mean, it's like who the hell? Just not having to play off of the crowd.
Yeah,
is probably a lot easier, or maybe
people
a lot
going,
more difficult. Who
like
even
that.
knows, right? But you can play it out how you want to play out the story. So we're seeing a lot more of that. And they're doing. These two are doing a great job.
Yeah, and like we said, it's, we talked about splitting up tag teams isn't always a good thing, but in this case it might be because they don't do much with the tag division anyways.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, like this is a feud that's not for the title, so this is nice to have a mid-card women's feud.
Mid-card women's feud, don't see that too often.
No, not on this brand. But tag team action, the New Day taking on the Forgotten Sons. Just back and forth match. Eventually, Forgotten Sons hit some sort of curb stomp, Scorpion Death Drop move onto Kofi and get the win. So they gain the momentum in this freshened tag division.
Well, yeah, with the freshly freshed, fresh boys, Forgotten Sons, Brick Shithouse guy. Like you said, the Usos are gone. Right, so I guess if we need another tag team to replace them, it's great that we got this call up.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much why they've done it. After all, now that we've learned the news, Forgotten Sons kind of just slided slid right into that Uso spot.
Well, it's great. I mean, you...
Yeah, they've been at it for a while. So.
Been at it for a while. Maybe they just didn't fit into NXT's kind of plans going forward also.
Yeah, they were forgotten most of the time.
They are truly forgotten sons, red-headed stepchilds, children.
Yeah. And then we get a brief preview of what the Money in the Bank setup will look like as they kind of go through the WWE headquarters from the ground to the top floor.
Yep, all the way through HR. We go up
cafeteria,
up into accounting.
10 stories of mayhem. And then, of course, they show the roof, so we actually get to see the glimpse of the set with the scaffolding, the ladders, both briefcases hanging at once.
Now, is this Titan Tower? Is this...
This is Titan Towers.
Wow.
The famous. Yes.
The famous.
So, some of it's going to be interesting just to look at the inside of the building, just to see stuff.
Things that, some of us have never seen before.
I heard Vince McMahon has a real T-Rex skull in his office.
I hope... we'll get there. We'll get to hopes. We'll get to hopes at the end of the show when we talk about the Money in the Bank match. But we do have a main event qualifier.
Yeah. Right before that, Ziggler and Sonya do like this evil villain backstage promo where pretty good. I thought Ziggler was good here.
They're
He's
evil
serious
villains.
And not just, it should have been me. This was more than that. So.
It should have been me. Wait, who was that with? I forget.
I don't know. It went on long.
Oh, my, yeah.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me. Like Seth Rollins or Kevin Owens.
I forget, but it was stupid. But this is the main event. Dolph Ziggler taking on Otis in a Money in the Bank qualifier. Otis is in control early on, but Ziggler fights back and he hits a zigzag, but Otis kicks out. So Ziggler tries to follow up with a super kick, but Otis catches him, hits a big fall-away slam, followed by the Caterpillar, and he gets the win. So he's going to Money in the Bank. He's in world title contention, main eventing both the SmackDown and a pay-per-view with Tucker nowhere to be found.
With no Tucky.
Yeah, so I mean, big push for Otis.
Big push for Otis. Yeah, I think personally I'm enjoying the Mandy Sonya stuff side more than the Otis Dolph side.
Yeah, they're
of the inevitable mixed tag that will still happen.
Yeah, poor Tucker. Where does he fit into all this?
Yeah, where's he been?
No foil right now. No woman. No nothing.
I mean, you got to freshen by defreshen, right? So by defreshening the SmackDown tag division, removing...
Well, yeah, this feud is broken up two or three teams.
This feud is broken up.
If you count Ziggler and Rude, that's three, right?
Three different teams just to push like four people.
But, for the greater good.
For the greater good. What a weird trade-off that is.
But, yeah, Otis is a main eventer, at least for this week.
Congratulations to Otis.
Congrats. We still love you.
I gotta say.
But that was your smack down.
Smacks were downed by
the dozen.
But just a few short days after that, of course, when the week truly starts, I guess, Monday Night Raw happens.
Let's get raw.
This is a go-home show, so you know what that means. Whoever's standing tall at the end of the segment may or may not be standing tall at the end of the pay-per-view. We don't know.
Yeah, real tall, 10 stories tall.
10 stories tall of Titan.
Yeah. But we're here at the PC with MVP in the VIP lounge. So he opens the show, talks about Money in the Bank. Brings out the women's participants. So we got Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, and they all they talk about the unique match. Nia's, I'm big, I'm bad. Shayna says something in Latin, my actions do the talking, and then Asuka yells in Japanese, and at one point she points at Nia and says, "Big booty!" I think she was calling her a fat ass. Heard her friend Kyrie saying, but... So anyways, they all start talking. Shayna and Asuka go face to face, and then they both just turn and super kick Nia Jax, who falls back, breaks MVP's nice end table. And there was your
His nice
That was
end
your-
table. Aw.
So that was that. Then they announce next week on Raw, Becky will finally be back to confront the Money in the Bank winner.
Finally. Oh, my God.
But does that spoil that it's going to be a Raw woman or what?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. It's, things happen.
Well, I guess the person can choose whichever.
The person could choose, but what if they I don't want to show up on Raw, Becky? And Becky's just standing
Also,
around.
doesn't that take away the whole cash in at any time guess to be I'm going to cash it in on a Raw?
Yeah, we don't know.
You would
Becky
think in
just wants to
theory it would
confront
be
her. Maybe she'll just be hey, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm ready for you.
whoever won, suck my dick, right? But for all we know, Lacey Evans is going to, win it and then cash in on her just on a Raw when you least expect it.
Yeah. Yeah. So confrontation is. I'm just happy Becky's going to be back. I haven't missed her. We haven't seen her in a month.
Yeah, since Mania,
Pretty much, yeah. But,
which was 2 months ago.
Let's go to the Money in the Bank last chance gauntlet qualifier match. That final spot's up for grabs. We don't know who or how many people are in this thing. It's a mystery.
They're just going to keep coming out until eventually there's a 3 count.
Yeah, Finley's not here to keep control.
He's not. No, but there's no order in Gorilla.
No.
It is messy back there.
So Bobby Lashley decides he's going to start it. And then Titus O'Neil, since Finley's not here to stop him, he says, I'm coming. He survived the releasing. I guess he was the host of WrestleMania for a little bit. So after Gronk got taken out. So
poor guy.
So Lashley versus Titus. No Lana at ringside. Lashley told her to stay back. Titus gets a few punches in, goes for an Irish whip, but then Lashley hits a spear, pins him. He's out. Next, Lashley takes on Akira Tozawa, who's pulling lots of double duty here. And, same thing. He gets a few moves in. Lashley hits another big spear for the quick win. And then Shelton Benjamin's out next. Another survivor of the releasing.
Yeah, it's just all the rest of them. All the people who didn't get released but you thought might have. Just all coming out.
So Shelton here, he comes out strong. He gets more moves than anyone else so far, but Bobby fights back, gets another spear. So out goes Shelton. Oh. And then we get the return of Humberto Carrillo. We haven't seen him in a little while, so yeah, good to have him back. Mm-hmm. He's quick, he's shifty here. He gives Lashley some trouble, but Lashley gets back in control. He tosses him into the corner, just starts pounding on him. So the ref's counting to 5, telling Lashley to break it. So Lashley just turns, shoves the ref away. So the ref says, fuck you. DQs Lashley.
Fantastic.
Yeah, just like that.
But he went through, 4 guys to get there?
Yeah, so Lashley had a good run.
Yeah.
He's pissed off.
He never gets booked like that.
So he gives Carrillo one big spear and pounds on him on his way out. So now we got Humberto Carrillo taking on Angel Garza. The battle of the cousins here. Garza takes advantage of the weakened Carrillo. He hits some cool moves, gets a couple near falls, but he goes for the wing clipper, but then Humberto reverses it into a pin, gets the 3. So then the next member of the Vagabonds, Austin Theory, comes out.
Vagabonds, 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it's official.
3 weeks in a row. It's official.
So Theory, he's all over Humberto. He puts him on the top rope, hits a big superplex, but Carrillo holds on to him and hooks the leg, and he pins him. So another 3 count. Carrillo's on a roll here. Mm-hmm. So now, back from the dead, we have the return of AJ Styles, who was gone exactly 1 month to the day, which is the time required for resurrection from being buried alive.
Oh, is that the amount of time according to the gospel?
The Voodoo Magic Book.
Of course. Well, I know it well.
So Styles comes out. He's angry. He's aggressive. He's still wearing the OC on his tights, even though there's no club anymore. It's just him.
I mean, I guess it's just him. He is the OC.
Yeah. He is the OC. But I guess, he
always
first
was.
fallen brothers. Mm-hmm. Good brothers. But yeah, AJ dominates Humberto here. Carrillo gets a little bit of a comeback, but AJ's got enough of him, and he just locks in the calf crusher to get the win. So he earns a spot at Money in the Bank. But good little run for Humberto. He was every gauntlet has one fun push for a babyface like that.
Well, yeah, for Humberto Carrillo, for Bobby Lashley had a good push, but as soon as AJ Styles walked out, we knew We knew
Yeah,
we knew who was walking home with that win. The best in the world, quite frankly.
He's definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good to have him back. He cuts a promo after saying, "I'm not a zombie. I'm not a ghost. I'm the phenomenal AJ Styles." And yeah, there's no Undertaker here to steal my spotlight. I got buried. That doesn't mean I lost anything. There's no rules in a boneyard match. So there you go. He's got
it's
his
not
opportunity.
it's not like he lost a belt or, he lost to the Undertaker at WrestleMania. There's worse things that can happen too, right? I get it though. He's buried. You think to yourself, that's a great way to write him off TV for 2 months, like 3 months, 4 months. But no.
But in these trying times,
we need AJ.
one.
We need AJ Styles. So a month later, it's like, fuck it, let's go. I'm a cowboy. And it's all good.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to liven up that match. So, and then Seth Rollins comes down for a little sit-down interview with Charlie. They go over the match with Drew coming up. He just kind of says, Drew, he's a good wrestler, but he's not ready for that pain and suffering that comes with being the leader and the champ. Then they show a preview saying that Edge will be hunting Orton next week on Raw. So what does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I
don't know either.
It's like,
but they're both going to be here, I guess.
Edge shows up in like a duck hunt style get up.
Like Elmer Fudd?
Yeah, like he's going hunting. He's going viper hunting.
Yeah. There you go. We'll find out.
We'll find out next week.
But Shane Thorne and the Vink are here.
Brandon Vink.
Yeah, it's official.
He's coming. He's coming for you. He's coming for ya.
And they're taking on Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. Ricochet, Cedric, they're still looking good together, but can you believe it? The Vink hits a big boot to Ricochet that turns him inside out and gets the pin, his first win on Raw. Can you believe it?
First win on Raw. Can't believe it. Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. Do they have a name yet?
Nah.
They don't have a name yet? I'm going to say Two Fly.
There you go. Yeah. Then throughout the show, they show top 10 Money in the Bank highlights. One of my favorites, number 7, was Brock Lesnar rocking out with his boombox case from last year. Funny.
The Brock party.
The Brock party.
That was only a year ago, and
it was only for 2 weeks as well, but so short and sweet.
Right? What happened
Paul
there?
Heyman
Who
playing
did he
air
cash it
guitar.
in on?
I think it was Rollins.
Oh.
Yeah. The cash in wasn't as memorable as the actual briefcase.
No, didn't he cash? Yeah, you're right.
And then Rollins won it back at SummerSlam.
Right.
There we go. And then the number one moment was Seth Rollins cash in. But if you notice during the clip, there was no sign of Roman Reigns at all, even though he was the one that took the pin and he was in the match.
Wait. I know the clip you're talking about. I don't remember.
Yeah, so on Raw, they show the clip. Seth runs out with the gold briefcase. Then they show him curb stomp Lesnar. But that happened before the finish. Lesnar rolls out of the ring and then he curb stomps Reigns. But then they don't show the pin. They don't show any part of Roman Reigns in the clips. They just show him curb stomp Brock and then cut to him celebrating with the title.
Jeez, I don't remember that cut. Why would they cut out the pin?
Retconned.
The pin's half the fun.
Well, Roman has not been seen or heard since he pulled out of WrestleMania.
Oh, really?
Of any sort on WWE.
That's a good point. Yeah, he hasn't been on SmackDown at least.
I don't even think he's in the intro right now. I don't know.
Oh, really? You have to be. You have to pay close attention to that.
Yeah, but so there's some wild speculation because why wouldn't you show the pin of the number one moment?
Yeah, especially in your top babyface, correct? Wasn't that the whole point? Is that he was supposed to be the top babyface?
Reigns was supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was something worth noting. But then we go to some tag team action. Street Profits taking on the Viking Raiders. Not much going on here. Fords gets tossed out. Dawkins is left alone. He eats the Viking experience, and the Vikings win. But it was a non-title match.
I'm about to say, I don't think we've seen either of these teams in we haven't seen the Viking Raiders in...
Not the Vikings. Yeah, the Profits have been around a little bit.
Yeah, odd.
But, yeah, so, yeah, they're here. They're here.
Okay.
And NXT Women's Champion Charlotte is here. But this isn't NXT. But
She can do whatever she wants.
I guess so. And she mentioned, she's like, yeah, I'm pulling double duty. And this Wednesday I'm taking on EO. But then Liv Morgan comes out to interrupt. So, baby, this is big time, Liv. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, hey, Queen, remember me? I remember. And they don't mention it, which they should have, but it was Charlotte was the one that bullied and triggered Liv Morgan to leave.
Yeah, on that open forum, that Shane McMahon open forum, town hall.
Yeah.
Area so grievances.
That's a chance. You had that clip ready to go. You should have used it. Or they could still use that.
Well, how's he going to get the clip? Finley isn't backstage to put the clip together. Nobody's rolling the clip.
I liked how they at least made mentioned.
Yes.
So if you were a hardcore fan like us, you'd know. But Charlotte's like, hey,
not even hardcore fan. Just if you remember it happening.
If you remember, yeah. But yeah, that was the last we saw of pink-haired Liv and blue tongue. But then Charlotte's like, all right, you want me to take the new Liv seriously? And Liv's just like, I don't need your shit. Not all of us are born with silver spoons up our ass. Or then she says mouth. She corrects herself. Yeah, I didn't have a daddy to walk me to school, let alone to the front of the line of my career. But don't worry, sooner or later, I'm going to be the champ. I'm just going to have to knock off the entitled queen. Then, so Charlotte gives her rebuttal. You're going to bow down to the queen. So Liv says, okay, let's get a ref. And we get this match. This is a hot match.
Hot match.
Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair. Charlotte's in control early on. She's got Liv in the corner. And my new favorite ref, he's like, come on, Charlotte. Come on now, Charlotte.
Charlotte, come on now.
And then Charlotte mocks him. Charlotte goes, come on, Charlotte, come on. And then the ref's like, hey, don't mock me now. I'm telling you what to do. Like, the fact that I can hear the ref now, I love it. I love this interaction.
Perfect.
Come on, Charlotte. Come on.
They need to be mic'd up from here on going forward, I think.
But Liv, she's hanging in there. She's going at it. She gets some good moves, some near falls. But, this makes Charlotte angry that she can't put Liv down. And Liv goes for her oblivion, but Charlotte avoids it, locks in the figure eight, gets a submission win. But great performance by Liv.
Great performance by both.
Yeah, well, by both, of course. But, I mean, Liv's on the rise. Mm-hmm. This is the kind of thing she needs.
Yeah.
And she deserves.
Came close to beating that NXT Women's Champ, but you just can't.
No. Not yet. And then I guess it's main event time. Drew McIntyre is taking on the disciple Murphy, and Rollins is just kind of watching menacingly from the top of the ramp.
Still got that glove on.
Yeah, he's got the distancing. Drew and Murphy, they're fighting all around outside the ring, thrown into barricades, into the LED boards, and then they get back in the ring. Seth is slowly inching his way down the ramp towards the ring, just slowly creeping. Murphy gains control, and then Murphy, he does the countdown for the Claymore, but that was foolish because he just helped Drew hit the Claymore of his own, so Drew gets the Claymore, gets the win. But right after, Seth goes into the ring, Seth goes to get in the ring, and Drew's like, come on, I'll get on my knees, you can fight me right now. But Rollins turns and leaves, but he must be super fast because he just runs through the outside, back through the crowd, jumps in.
Yeah, I don't know how that one happened. That was so quick.
Yeah, that could have been editing, or he could just be really fast. Mm-hmm. But, he super kicks Drew. He goes for the curb stomp, but Drew catches him with the Glasgow kiss. And then he goes for a Claymore, but Seth sneaks away. So Drew stands tall, but Seth keeps a little bit of himself.
Yeah. McIntyre's got to be dominant. He's got to win. He's got to win on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, he's not losing this.
He can't lose. He has to. He's a great champ to keep it going.
Yeah. He's everything's been going well for him so far.
Everything has been.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. That was the main event to an average kind of feeling Monday Night Raw. It didn't feel like a go home show for a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think the Money in the Bank has just kind of sold itself on the gimmick, the intrigue. Mm-hmm. We're all just looking forward to seeing what the crazy match is. Yeah,
we're just waiting to see what we're actually going to get. But that was the first half of the week. That was at least the SmackDown and Raw side of things. Mike, we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
And when we come back from that break, we're going to do the Wednesday Night War. Of course, we have the pay-per-view to talk about, and we have some trivia. So stick around.
Let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Brother, yeah.
We're back with the podcast. We're back with the second half of the show. Did you know?
Did you?
Did we what, Mike? Second half of the week goes on. Of course, Wednesday night happens. We do have this Money in the Bank pay-per-view that we do have to talk about, but we don't start off the second half that way, as you have to know by now, because this is like episode 74 or something. We're coming up to that 100. We're getting there.
Yeah. We'll have to figure out.
We'll have to figure out a way to celebrate. We have approximately 20 weeks, 25 weeks to celebrate to figure out.
There could be
like half a year. Oh my god.
Yeah, who knows? There could be live wrestling by then again.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hopefully by the time we hit that hundo, we're doing a review after we just saw a pay-per-view in front of our fucking faces.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Until we hit that one hundo, let's move on to some trivia. Trivia. Woo. Trivia. Woo.
Okay.
Mike, I have 4 questions for you today. What do you have?
All right. I'm not sure how many I'm going to give you. It'll depend on things. Because we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. That's all I can say.
Yeah, we will see. Since
I'll just start it off.
how about you start it off and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Okay. So Money in the Bank coming up. Mm-hmm. I gave you some money trivia before, the $1 Million Man.
You have.
Like
Yep.
I found another money-related wrestling thing. So, but not enough for a whole trivia. Well, we'll see. That's why we'll see how many questions come out.
Okay.
But anyways, there was a tag team that went by this name, Beer Money Inc. Beer Money Inc. Do you know who the members of that tag team were?
Beer Money Inc. No.
It was in TNA as a hint.
Okay, and TNA. TNA. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's helpful.
One of the wrestlers is in WWE currently.
Okay.
But no, it's pretty hard to guess these Beer Money. I don't know. Any names you want to throw out just for the shit?
From TNA is in WWE. I'm going to say AJ Styles was in it.
No. But good guess. Beer Money Inc. was Robert Roode and James Storm.
Beer Money Inc. That's a good one. Where's that name?
How
does that name come about?
I don't know. I guess they liked beer and money, and that was just a fun.
They were, and then they got incorporated.
Exactly. They made it official.
Yeah, that was half of it. As soon as they got incorporated there, that's when it was all set.
Yeah. Okay, you give me one.
I'll give you one here, Mike. Mike, we're talking about celebrities in wrestling. These are non wrestlers who have appeared on WWE programming before in some capacity. I'm going to give you a couple clues about what they did while they were on the show, and then a couple clues of and then if you need it, the clues of who they are in real life, and then that'll be it.
Okay.
So let's start with an easy one. So yeah, each of these have 2 wrestling clues and then 2 real life clues. If you can get it before the real life clues, you're welcome to guess.
Bonus.
It's a bonus, exactly. So number 1, they guest hosted an episode of Raw in August of 2009. Okay. And clue number 2. While they were hosting that event, in the weeks, of course, leading up to SummerSlam, this person asked the Monday Night Raw crowd if they were excited for the upcoming Summerfest.
Okay, I think I know who it is.
If you think you know who it is, Mike, tell me who you think it is.
Because of that Summerfest botch, the man did not know SummerSlam. I will say Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy Piven is correct. It has to be one of the all-time botches.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
How do you like? I mean, I get it. It's you're probably not used to speaking in front of that many people.
You're supposed to be a professional actor, though.
But yeah, it's right. Probably like it's just ask them if they're excited for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Summerfest sounds weirder. Sounds way weirder than SummerSlam.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give you some question here.
Okay.
Before, I've previously done some trivia about wrestlers having their name change or, people have different gimmicks, different names, things like that. But this is going to be a little bit outside the world of wrestling.
Okay.
Because I want you to tell me the original name of Muhammad Ali.
Right, because that wasn't his real name. Wasn't it Cassius Clay?
It was Cassius Clay.
Hey, I got that one.
That is slightly tied in. Cash.
Oh my God, beer money, cash.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I get it.
Bonus.
It took me a couple.
This one's just a bonus while we're on the subject of name changes. So Muhammad Ali, you got correct. Can you tell me the original name of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
I never know. I always forget how to pronounce his last name. Like it's like Lou Alcindor or Al. I don't know if the C is silent or.
I'll give it to you.
Maybe it's Alkinder. Alcindor. I'm gonna say Alcindor.
Yeah, you know what you're saying.
I know. I
you
know
said Lou.
Yeah.
Full name Ferdinand Louis Alcindor Jr. But yeah, you knew what you were doing.
Alcindor.
So I'll give it.
Alcindor. Yeah.
There you go. Good job.
Thank you. I guess there's everything. No, there's no money in that name, right?
No, that was
okay. Just making sure.
Well, I didn't know where else I would fit it in because it was just for fun.
Okay, here's your next. Celebs. Celebs showing up.
Okay.
This person was first seen on an episode of Raw in 2009, where they hosted again. A lot of people hosted in 2009, by the way.
Yeah, it was a gimmick.
It was a gimmick, apparently.
Remember that month of 2 out of 3 falls?
Oh, I loved that month.
Yeah.
That month, I remember that. Okay, so anyway, sorry. This person appeared as a host in 2009, Monday Night Raw, where they made themselves the ringside enforcer for a match involving Crime Time and Chris Jericho / Big Show. Crime Time and Jericho.
Do you know Crime Time?
I didn't. No.
Okay.
I looked it up. Second, and then your second wrestling clue is that this person wouldn't be seen again until WrestleMania 32, when they had a much anticipated face-to-face with Big Show in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
All right. I'm going to say Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal. That is correct. He was on an appearance on WCW back in like the mid '90s or something, but I skimmed over that. It was something different.
Yeah. So along with Karl Malone and Rodman, they were both on
Karl
WCW.
Malone and Dennis Rodman were in a match.
Playing off that real life animosity.
Exactly.
I don't know. Yes. All right. Sweet. Shaq Daddy, if you will.
Shaq Daddy, and I might.
All right, he might. All right, the Money in the Bank, the golden ticket, if you will. Some could call it.
Okay.
Couldn't they?
It has been known, I'm sure, in some colloquial circles.
Yes, the golden opportunity, a golden ticket, which brings me, of course, to the famous Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
There were 5 golden tickets awarded. Can you name the 5 winners, the 5 children? I only need first names.
We need first names, not...
Well, you can give me everything, whatever you can get. First names, last names. First names only is important. 5 winners. You got to get at least one.
Okay, well, I guess Charlie.
Yeah.
Right? Because I guess that was the kid. He was Charlie, and it was the Chocolate Factory.
That was the man.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. Violet, because Violet was turning violet, right? That was the whole thing.
That is. Violet Beauregard.
And then wasn't there like a fat kid, like a little chubby, like a little kind of porker?
Yeah, he was the first man eliminated.
The first man eliminated from the Willy Wonka Gauntlet match.
He got sucked up the pipe in the river.
Yeah, I feel like I only remember. So I certainly remember. Yeah, Charlie, Violet, and then the little fat kid, and then I feel like there was a rich blonde kid.
Yeah, there was a bratty girl.
Yeah, it's short of the names. I feel like I remember the character traits more than the actual names, more than the names themselves. And then the grandpa, he was named like Grandpa Bill or something like super uncle name.
Yeah, but he was just Charlie's guest.
I guess. Yeah, he didn't count.
Yeah. But so that's good. Well, you got two. You got two.
I got two names and two character traits.
Yeah, you got so the fat kid. The fat kid was Augustus.
Oh yeah, he was German, right?
Yeah, Germanism. Augustus Gloop. The bratty bitch who was yelling at her daddy, "Buy me an Oompa Loompa" and all that. Mm-hmm. That was Veruca Salt. Veruca Salt, which I think is a band name as well.
Oh.
And then the final one, the most forgettable character, was Mike TV. Well, he was obsessed with TV, and he gets shrunk down into a little TV at the end.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Yeah, he was the fifth Beatle or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He was that
He's
guy.
in the back of all the group photos or something.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
He plays extra keyboard on some tracks.
Yeah, that's him.
But yes, there you go. A favorite children's classic film, somewhat related to Money in the Bank.
It's all related because you are right. Money, winning this briefcase is the golden ticket of
yeah.
Of
and this year you're getting a tour of the headquarters. It's like the Chocolate Factory.
It's just like the Chocolate Factory.
Vince McMahon comes out and starts singing.
Vince McMahon comes out and starts singing
Imagination.
Pure Imagination song.
Yes, come with me.
But has rewritten the words. Yeah, like
God damn it.
Exact same tune, rewritten all the words.
Shit. No. But yeah, there you go. All right, you got more for me? Right?
Yeah, I have two more for you.
Okay.
So we have one more. We have one. Or sorry, yeah. So I guess we have two more. Yeah,
one more, two more.
One more. We have two more,
okay.
And this is the first of those one more, where this person first appeared on the November 11th, 1999 episode of SmackDown, where he knocked out Triple H.
Okay.
The next time we saw him was when he was inducting his pal Bruno Sammartino into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2013.
I'll say Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. There you have it.
Arnold, all right.
I didn't know. I went back and saw that little Triple H clip on YouTube. Good shit.
Yeah, it was fun.
Good shit.
Okay, I'll give you one final one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Everything's related in some way or another.
Yeah, somewhere or another.
Money in the Bank involves fighting, involves combat, of course. So I would like to see if you can name 7 characters from the Mortal Kombat universe.
Oh, God. Probably not. Okay, so let's break it down here. So
any 7 from any
games. 7 from any of the. I mean, it's not like that's gonna it's not like that's gonna help.
I just want to see what you can do.
Okay. So there's Scorpion, right? He yells, "Get over here."
That's one.
Right, that's a big one. Then you have there's a guy whose his deal is ice.
Yeah.
I want to say his name's like Iceman. Fuck.
No.
Okay. But there's a guy whose thing is ice, and I know he looks like Scorpion.
Yeah. There's like 10 ninjas that all look like that.
Oh, shit.
But no. You don't. In total, there's like 100 characters.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Anyway.
I got this.
Yeah.
So there's a guy with a bionic arm.
Yeah.
Whose name is bionic arm guy. Is it like Johnny Cage? Is that somebody's name?
Johnny Cage.
Is that
that's
him?
One.
With
that's
the arm?
One. That's not the arm guy, but that's another guy.
Okay.
Johnny Cage was like the Hollywood star kind of.
Oh, okay, like the American Man.
Punch you in the balls.
Yeah. Okay. And now there's the guy who always reminds me of the guy from Big Trouble in Little China. He has the straw hat and he shoots lightning bolts out of his fingertips.
Yes. Thunder.
I don't know if I'm gonna get that name. Okay, I'll keep thinking. There's a lady character. I know there's multiple lady characters, and I can picture what she's wearing. And I think I know the name from. I mean, I don't play these games. How do I know this person? She has a fun, quippy name. Not quippy, but like it's quick. Sierra? No.
Yeah,
Not
you're close.
Sonia something?
Sonia.
Sonia. Hey, Sonia something.
yeah.
There is a last name.
Just Sonia. Well, it started as Sonia, then it became Sonya Blade.
Okay, that's that's what I was thinking.
Ronda Rousey played her in
no
this
fooling.
video game.
Okay, what are we at? Yeah, I think
You got three.
I think that's probably where I'm maxing out. Yeah,
It's pretty, you
so-
pulled two of those out of. You didn't think you would know them.
from somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's also like a kind of like a lead protagonist Japanese character. I just
Yeah.
can't remember what his name is. And that's all I got.
Well, yeah, you described a lot of guys.
I described a fair amount of them.
So the lead character, Liu Kang.
Liu Kang, okay, I can picture him.
Sub-Zero was the Iceman.
That's the Iceman. I
Sub-Zero.
know him as the Iceman. We're
Jax.
We're on an informal basis.
Yeah, Jax is the metal arm dude you were talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Raiden is the god, the lightning
With the
man.
finger? Okay, damn.
Yeah. So that would have been 7.
That would have been
I
my
think.
7. Shit.
Yeah, Reptile was the green lizard ninja. There's a bunch of others.
Oh, yeah.
Kano, Goro, Shang Tsung. Any of those names ring a
None
bell?
of those ring a bell, I don't think. Yeah, and now just in those games, like there's so many other characters just from other stuff, right? That you can like fight
now
as.
it's crossed
and,
over. Yeah. Now you can fight as like God of War.
and like Capcom
Crazy.
things, and they've
Yeah.
sort of branched out to other characters.
Yes. But anyways, you did good. You did.
Do you remember?
Sonya. Johnny.
Do you remember like 10 or maybe even 15 years ago? No, not that long. 10 years ago, there was that very, very well produced, like 10-minute clip of a quote like Mortal Kombat movie trailer almost, and it was two cops questioning somebody. It was all very, very gory because they were trying to catch Scorpion or trying to catch Reptile or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember
was
this?
just like
I feel like I've.
It was just like a mock trailer,
Yeah, or it was almost as though like people made
like a fan made thing.
Yeah, it was almost as though fans made a short film to sell a larger movie, and I remember it was really cool. I want to find that on YouTube after. I'll send it your way if I am able to find it because I remember it was pretty cool.
Well, there you go. If anything, we jogged your memory for that
You may have.
today.
Okay, Mike.
I may have.
Yeah, no, you certainly did. You certainly did.
Yes, you wouldn't have thought about that today, would you?
Probably not. I don't know what I would have thought about today if it wasn't for this show.
So there you go. We may have just changed the course of history.
You could have, yeah. That one extra view that I may give it, or the thumbs up I might give it on YouTube.
Or maybe you weren't going to watch it. You were about to go out and do something, and a bomb goes off.
That's a good point. I could have got hit by a bus, but instead I was watching this fan-made Mortal Kombat short.
There we go.
And it worked out. Mike, I have one more question for you. This is the hardest one, too. This is the hardest one.
Okay, bring it on. I haven't used any extra clues yet.
You haven't used any extra clues yet. Okay, so here we go. So this person feuded with John Cena.
Kevin Federline.
Damn it! You son of a bitch! I didn't know this even happened. What the hell happened, Michael?
Oh God. I guess it was during the peak of, Britney's meltdown, and everyone's like, Kevin Federline's America's sleazebag. And, she just, everyone hated him. So like, all right, everyone hates John Cena, but they hate this Federline guy even more. So maybe he can feud with Cena.
And he went on his back.
He went, it was, they fought a couple times. It was stupid, but.
And on New Year's Day 2007, got beat. Or like Kevin Federline beat John Cena.
Yeah, with the help, obviously, with whoever.
Wow.
But yeah, K-Fed, as he was known.
K-Fed and K-Fade.
Yeah, it really was weird, that he was even on there. Because, he's not, I don't know.
Like, he on himself is not a large enough...
It's only there because he's associated with Britney.
Yeah, like, he is not a large enough celebrity to be doing things on his own.
And people, like kids now, if they grow up and they watch Raw from that, they're like, "What the fuck who is that?"
Yeah, like, who the fuck?
No one
Kevin Federline. So what? Yeah. So they just had this kind of like month, or they had a period of time where it was just a new host every week.
Yeah, pretty much. Bob Barker was there one week.
Well,
the
that's
Muppets. Bunch of hosts. They were just trying to, I guess it was like the summer. Like, ratings are slow. Let's shake it up.
Shake it up.
So, yeah, it was, obviously it didn't last.
It's a hit and miss, yeah.
Drew Carey, guys like that.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's okay. Hit and miss, like you say.
Yeah. That's all the trivia I have, Mike. Is that all you've got?
That's everything.
Oh, That was everything. That was perfect. It
was fun. Yeah, I had a real hodgepodge this week, but
that's great.
It was all related to money or fighting. So.
Money and fighting, all that kind of thing. Really get those synapses firing in there, thinking of all these connections you got to make.
There you go.
Let's move on with the show, though, because every Wednesday night there is a war happening, and it's not happening where you think. It's not happening on the battlefield. It's not happening in the trenches or in the sea or in the sky. It's happening on your television set.
In the state of Florida.
In the state of Florida, also specifically. So, it's happening in a very specific part of the world. But let's go to the show that's got a couple title matches because we're talking NXT.
NXT, what does it mean? I don't know, but it's some good wrestling. So NXT, watch and see. Gotta tap out a count out of 1, 2, 3. So
we were promised, these two big title matches, Charlotte Flair and Io Shirai. And then we got Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream.
Whoop. Yeah, we do. It's a half takeover tonight, pretty much.
It's a half takeover tonight, and we start off with I think we kick off the show just straight with a hot match. We get Johnny Gargano taking on Dominik Dijakovic.
Yeah, much like his wife, Gargano's got new entrance music, new graphics.
He did a whole new thing. It was all slow and all.
It says,
"Look at me," and he got a haircut and.
All heart, no soul, instead of the rebel heart.
Instead of the rebel heart. Yeah, rebel heart.
He still got heart, but he lost his soul.
Apparently. Well, you got to have heart to put in some of these matches.
That's like the don't think twice, it's all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know that song.
I know what song you're thinking of.
She wanted my heart, but she took my soul. So Johnny, he's the new Johnny. He's being a cocky, mouthy heel during this match. But, Dijakovic don't take it lying down. Puts up a great fight. But Johnny's got Candice there helping him. They fight into the corner. Dijakovic picks up Johnny for a powerbomb, but he sneakily removes the turnbuckle pad and slams Dijakovic headfirst into that exposed steel ring. And follows up with his little DDT slingshot, which he now calls the final beat, and that gets him the win.
Yeah, when did we give that a name?
I don't know, this is the first I heard.
Okay, good. I'm glad. You pick up on these things so much quicker than I do, and I also just picked up that Mauro Ranallo was back. Did I miss that?
I was gonna, him and Beth.
Okay. So I'm not as out of the game as I thought I was here.
No, both of these things were fresh.
Both of these things were fresh. The one final beat, Mauro Ranallo. He gave us a little Mamma Mia at one point too. I think.
So there you go. Maybe Johnny told them like a month ago, and no one got the words of Mauro. He got here.
Yeah,
you got one final beat.
Because that's the thing. Like you want to, if you were out there performing, you would want to tell Mauro Ranallo things like, "Hey, when I do this, it's called this. When I do this, it's called this." Because hearing him say words is so much cooler than hearing other people say words.
Exactly.
He is so much better at wording than others.
There you go. Akira Tozawa, who is like a whole nother man on NXT compared to Raw.
Yeah, a whole different person.
Yeah, he's taking on Jack Gallagher in this cruiserweight tourney match. Good quick action. They fight outside to the ring apron. At one point, there's like a DDT on the side of the ring, and follows up with his big senton off the top rope, and that gets him the win. So Tozawa's 2-0, Gallagher's 0-2. So effectively done.
After the match, Tozawa called out our kind of favorite dark horse, this El Hijo del Fantasma.
Yeah, that's right.
And so hopefully, maybe, I guess we may have that match next week. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, I guess that...
you probably have to take everyone in your group. I think they're in the same group.
Yeah, they're in the same group. So
we'll see. This will be great.
Then we got Xia Li taking on Chelsea Green. In a quick little match here, Zaya's in control. She hits some big kicks, but then Aaliyah comes down to the ring, and she grabs Lee behind the ref's back, and she jumps on the apron to distract her. So Chelsea hits the "I'm prettier" and gets the win. And I love how in NXT, even the bottom of the card has a feud. for the women. Like Aaliyah and Zaya, they've been at it for a few months now.
They've been at it for a little while
Everybody.
now.
Yeah.
Of course, I think the real unsung hero of this match is Robert Stone's capri pants.
Yes, of course.
He
And he did a
loves
whole
these
entrance at
capri
the beginning.
pants. He did a whole thing, and who knows? Does Aaliyah want to be part of the Robert Stone brand? Because it sort of
I'd like that. Build the brand.
It sort of seems like Chelsea Green's on the up and up, and
Yeah, let's build the brand.
let's build the brand, baby.
Yeah. So, and then we get the long-awaited debut. They've been hyping it for a month or so now. Karrion Kross and Scarlett are here. They had a very unique entrance. Lots of stuff going on. All black and white, smoky, brooding.
Lip syncing.
Lip syncing. Yeah, there's a whole theme song going on with the words, and she was lip syncing, and then they get in the ring, and then the breakdown hits, and we get some banging metal riffs, and yeah, quite the theatrical entrance.
Certainly.
I liked, the lip syncing was a little weird, but everything else was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they're treating him like a big deal off the bat, and Cross is taking on this Leon Ruff guy, the punching bag.
We just saw him.
Yeah,
This guy's getting TV time, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. And of course, Morrow has to make the rough time joke. So Cross, he just hits some huge Saito suplexes off the bat, very vicious looking. And yeah, this Cross, man, he just carries himself like this real crazy looking dude. And locks in this submission called the Cross Jacket and gets that quick tap out. So impressive debut.
Impressive debut. They must like this guy. Yeah, you don't get an intro like that unless they like you, which is really funny because like ultimately creating an intro like that from an audio visual technical point of view actually is not that difficult. So it's like you could in theory kind of do this for everybody you liked, but they really only do it for the people they love. So we're gonna put a skyrocket up this guy's bum and shoot him to the top of the card.
Yeah, and it's funny. It happens later in the show, but I might as well mention it now. Finn Balor comes out to the podium at one point to address his attack from a few weeks ago. And Finn says, you attacked the guy to get the push, with the entrance music, the lights, the smoke, the lasers, which is all the stuff you're just talking about. Mm-hmm. So maybe Karrion Kross, the attacker.
Karrion Kross could have been an attacker. It would be a huge first feud for him. Of course, as we know, the WWE parking lot is the most dangerous place in the state of Florida, and that's saying something.
Yeah, in Florida of all places.
Of all places. It could be him, or maybe like when I heard that too, I almost thought to myself, is he talking about like someone else?
I don't know. Either way, it's a good mystery. Mm-hmm. He just says, whoever attacked me, I'm patient, but the push you're expecting will be a squash. So the mystery angle. Whodunit? Good whodunit.
The old whodunit.
But yeah, I just wanted to put that in there.
Certainly.
But let's go to the first title match of the night. Looking forward to this one. Charlotte Flair taking on Io Shirai. Io's cashing in that ladder match win. It's the briefcase. It wasn't a Money in the Bank, but it was a briefcase.
Yeah, it was an agreement that
an agreement. Yes.
William Regal runs a tight ship down there.
Yes, we can't just be having willy-nilly cash-ins.
No.
So Io, early on, though, she's showing Charlotte how fast and athletic she is. Good back-and-forth stuff. Io goes for her moonsault. Charlotte gets the legs up. She blocks it. Hits a big boot. But Io kicks out at 2. Charlotte can't believe it. That boot has finished other women before. So she picks her up for a buckle bomb. But then Shirai reverses it. Sends Charlotte into the turnbuckle. And she rolls outside of the ring. Io goes up to the top rope for her moonsault. Charlotte avoids, and then she just nails her with a damn kendo stick. Getting DQ'd.
Damn it.
Yeah, you bitch.
Yeah,
you ruined a good match.
That was a bummer. It was a great match.
Yeah,
it was a great match leading up to that point, though.
It was good. Yeah, I was having lots of fun.
Mm-hmm.
They got good chemistry. And then Charlotte starts attacking Io's surgically repaired leg until Rhea Ripley makes her return to attack Charlotte, who runs off. So first time we've seen Ripley since she lost at Mania. But Io's pissed, and she just starts yelling at Rhea. And they just walk off arguing like sisters. She's like, shut up, Io.
Yeah, shut up.
It's like, and then Io's like, ah, she's like, shut up. So that was funny. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a rematch because that was not the conclusion we deserved.
That was not the conclusion we thought we were going to get, at least. But it's nice to see Rhea Ripley's back in town. I mean, I guess, we may...
Triple threat?
We maybe thought to ourselves, Rhea Ripley loses at Mania. Does that mean that's it for her in NXT? But it's not.
Yeah, this title between those are your top three right there. Charlotte, Ripley, and
Those are your
Shirai.
top
So
three women for sure.
for that. Yeah, see where that goes. And then, after all this, in the danger zone, the NXT parking lot, Ripley's just being interviewed, and Io comes up and shoves her, and they start fighting, and they get broken up. So, yeah, like we said, so now everyone's got beef.
So, yeah, not dangerous in the same way that we were talking about before, but still dangerous in its own way, you know?
Yeah, I thought the abductors might have come up here and tried to get her.
Oh, not them again.
No,
I feel like it's weird if a woman gets abducted. Like, if you do it to a man, it's like, okay, but...
What if that...
You know what I'm saying?
What if Catalina, the woman luchador, does it? She abducts her.
That's okay, then.
Remember her?
Yeah, we don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, so there you go. If that's the way you want it, that's the way we can do it. But let's continue this Cruiserweight tournament here. We got Kushida taking on Jake Atlas. Atlas looking good here, but Kushida was the better man. He gets the win with his this nice armbar reversal, just catching Atlas midair when he's trying to do like a springboard clothesline. So Kushida's 2-0, and Atlas is 1-1.
Morinello very gracefully mentioned Tony Atlas's cheerleading background, which I thought was the only time that I've ever heard a cheerleading background come into play for someone.
At least on the men's side.
Exactly, right?
I mean,
yeah, just odd. You hear amateur wrestling, you hear weightlifting, you hear all these other sorts of things. Never cheerleading.
For Naomi, I've heard them. She used to cheerlead for an NFL team.
I think that was Carmella. Carmella used to do for the Patriots.
Naomi definitely did as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. So there we go. And then we get Cameron Grimes taking on Denzel Desjardins. But, Slimy Grimes just gets the quick win with his cave-in double foot stomp right off the bat.
It looks so much better than Finn Balor's.
Well, I don't know if I agree, and neither does Finn Balor, because, Grimes cuts a promo taunting Finn, who comes down, and he gets in his face. He's like, come on, hit me. And then Finn just attacks him and sends him packing with a better-looking foot stomp.
I don't think so, because Cameron Grimes pulls his out of just from a standing position. Like, Finn Balor has to go up to the top of the rope.
Yeah, so it's got more acceleration. And
I know, but Grimes just comes out of nowhere. He just gets you with it.
It might be quicker, but it's not strong.
Ooh, well, I mean, the match will tell.
We'll
the
see.
match will let us know.
There we go. They've got us.
But so Finn Balor seems to be in this weird thing. So he just mentioned how he's going to fuck somebody up. Who beat him up in the parking lot. I guess Walter is done. Like the Walter thing.
Well,
presumably
I guess
done.
for now, just because Walter can't come over here,
or he can't go over. Whichever one can't do whichever.
Yeah, whatever.
And then Finn Balor shows up to mess around with Cameron Grimes. So it seems like there's he's going a couple places.
Yeah. No, at the very end, he just says, I know there's a snake in the grass back there. So someone, one of these, Randy Orton, is he the snake? He's the Viper.
He's a Viper.
We'll see. Let's go to the main event, the NXT title match. Adam Cole defending against Velveteen Dream. The Dream, he comes out. He's looking strong, getting some near falls. So, of course, Fish and Roddy Strong have to come out to cause trouble. But then Dexter Lumis just comes sliding out from underneath the ring. And he nails Strong and Fish. And amidst all this chaos, Roddy gets tossed right into the ref, who gets knocked out just as the Dream hits his purple Rainmaker elbow. But there's no ref there to make the count. But the Dream had it won. So he goes to wake up the ref, and then he sees Strong and Fish attacking Lumis. So he dives to the outside, takes them out, and then he gets back in the ring. But all this has allowed Cole to wake up, and he nails him with a super kick, followed by the last shot to get the 3 and retain his title.
I was wondering during this match, I thought to myself, like, damn it, I'm not gonna see Dexter Lumis this week. And then we finally did. It was fantastic. We got our weekly shot of that fucking psychopath.
The psychopath.
And, I don't know. This was okay. These guys will have a good match down the line. They will have a... hey, here's 30 minutes for a match.
Yeah. It's not the time yet.
The time yet. And unfortunately, sometimes when they do it, it just feels rushed in that time leading up to it.
Yeah.
You know.
And with the Dreams big title win, it wouldn't feel as right. That one you feel like you could save for a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And, Adam Cole, if they want to, just add to the record long reign for a bit longer.
Yeah.
And then hopefully by the summertime, maybe then.
I mean, I feel they did that with Brock Lesnar in that Universal title. I feel like too, right? It was like, okay, we have no.
But at least Adam Cole's here every week.
Yeah, or in the Brock Lesnar, it was more of like that. We have no one to put it on yet. Like we have no reason to take it off them, so let's just leave it on him until we have somebody. Maybe same kind of thing, right? Let's just leave it on Adam Cole until we can give Velveteen Dream the win we know he deserves.
Yeah. And this Dexter Loomis wild card, he's very intriguing.
Wild card.
He hasn't said a word yet, has he? We don't know what he's thinking.
We don't know what he sounds like. I'm worried that he's going to have a terrible voice.
Yeah, what if he gets
what if his voice?
Hi guys, I hate the Undisputed Era because they're just
My name's Dexter Loomis, and I'm here to win. I'm here to beat NXT.
So we don't know, but yes, Undisputed Era celebrates to end the show, but the rivalry's not over.
Nope, not over.
The dream is not over.
No,
as his shirt says, I think.
Dream over.
Or just dream over. But there you go. NXT's over though.
NXT is over though, so we might as well hop right over to AEW, Dynamite specifically.
AEW, All Elite. They coming for you, Vince. Better watch out. It's too sweet.
Yeah, baby. We're back in Jacksonville, back in the football, the outdoor setting.
And this match will go on, and we will get a very good kind of idea of the setting in which this building takes place in, because we do as the match goes on. But
which we were curious about before, so it was fun.
I'm always so curious about the dumb, not mattering stuff. Is the stuff I care about the most, personally. The show kicks off, though. We got a match to kick off the show. Joey Janela.
Cody and Joey Janela. So we're back in this outdoor place with some daylight. We had the wrestlers in the crowd wearing masks, some of them.
Pineapple Pete standing there, of course.
Pineapple Pete.
Of course.
Jim Ross and Tony on commentary with Excalibur again, so no Jericho. But he's got to wrestle later, so that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But Cody versus Joey. The entrance ramp was a little unique this time as well. It was like 2 levels with like steps kind of elevated.
Weird. I did notice that. Yeah.
Interesting look, though. Yeah, it was fun. Eventually, they're fighting. Cody hits a disaster kick, moonsault off the stage to the floor, lands perfectly on his feet. And then Cody hits a big super reverse suplex off the top rope. And it looked like his foot almost slipped just before he did. It was a little scary there, but huge move.
That's that broken foot that he had, maybe. Who knows?
The toe.
The broken toe, not the toe.
But Janela puts up a good fight, much longer than I thought he would. But of course, Cody hits the crossroads, gets the win.
I feel like Joey Janela is always in these longer matches with established superstars. Like, I feel like he has matches with Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, Cody, with kind of like all the top talent he has put in these longer matches with, and never gets the win though. Cody gets a crossroads on this one.
Yeah, I think Janela just wins on dark to keep his record even, because it says he was like 6-8, but he's never won on Dynamite.
I've never personally seen him win.
Yeah, so he's got to be quietly doing some dark stuff, but whatever.
But Cody's ramping up to his big Double or Nothing match against Lance Archer. That's on May 23rd, so it's a couple days before the scheduled time. So I guess it was supposed to be on a Saturday. Now it's gonna be on like a Thursday or something like that.
What? No, that's next year's Double or Nothing. This year's Double or Nothing is still Saturday 25th.
Oh, okay. I must have gotten my days confused there.
Yeah. They announced that like Las Vegas will get it next year, which happens to be the May 23rd.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, women's champion Nyla Rose comes out next. We haven't seen her in a while. And she's got a skull face mask on.
Yeah, when was the last time we saw her? I flat out cannot remember. She's the champion. I had to be reminded of that when they said women's champion Nyla Rose.
Yeah, that's pretty much the last time we saw her, a week or two after that. So, but hopefully we can get that title back on TV here. She cuts a little promo. She insults. And much like Britt Baker, she insults Tony. The women love picking on Tony. So Nyla Rose taking on Kenzie Page, making her AEW debut, and she's only 18, so good for her.
That's so
Good for
nice.
this woman. Yeah, but she gets squashed by Nyla, literally, as Rose hits a big swanton off the top, followed by 3 straight power bombs to get the win.
Yeah, the women's division is better for this person, for Nyla Rose being back. Of course, the top contenders can kind of have something to chase because it sort of feels like those Statlander, Baker, Ford, even
Baker and
Hiroshima.
Penelope are the only ones we've been seeing. It feels like the last couple weeks.
Exactly, right? Like, we need to see these people again. I'm just looking. Nyla Rose has been the champion for 85 days.
Yeah, that might be like the second longest, or I guess there only has been 2 reigns, so
She's
either the longest or
it
second
is
longest.
both the second longest and the second reign on the belt. But even just like Riho, the first winner of the belt's nowhere to be seen.
No, yeah, she might be back in her home nation as well, so I don't know.
Yeah.
This whole traveling stuff, but anyways, MJF cuts another promo from some kind of penthouse looking area. Sipping on some wine and, talking about being the big thing. He's only been on TV for 6 months, and people already compare him to legends like Flair, The Rock, Roddy Piper, and this 24-year-old kid's going to be a champ. And then he kind of stands up, and someone comes in and replaces his chair with a throne, and he says next week he sits back on his throne. So we finally get to see him wrestle next week.
I think MJF was also standing at ringside this week. I think I saw
Yeah,
him.
he came out later with
Yeah.
Sean Spears, I think, and they were drinking more wine. And
Well,
stuff.
yeah, give it to Sean Spears. I mean, we don't have to get into it right now, do we?
Well, I like that they're kind of buddies now. They got a little group going on.
Yeah, the little heat.
MJF, Wardlow, and Sean.
They're kind of gambling and healing it up. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Then we get Frankie Kazarian taking on Jon Moxley. Kazarian's first ever singles match in AEW. So, quite the challenge. But, he puts up a good competitive fight. They're going back and forth. They fight outside the ring, into barricades, all that shit. Kazarian does good, but Mox hits that Dirty Deeds for the win. And then, right after the match, several members of the Dark Order just come down, start attacking Moxley. SCU to come out to help him, but they're outnumbered. Dark Order just lays the beat down. Number 10 stood out. He hits a big spine buster, and Tony's like, that's number 10. And then on closer inspection, he had like these little notches on his chest.
Ooh.
Written, like the old four down, 1 across.
Yeah, the old like counting on the jail
counting by
cell
fives.
walls.
Yeah. So if they number them like that, it'd be kind of a way of keeping track of who's who.
I mean, I have a hard enough time figuring out which Uso is which. I'm going to have a very hard time figuring out 8 from 9 if they're little ticks.
Yeah. So, but Brody Lee comes out. We know who he is, and he just kind of nails Christopher Daniels in the head with a chair and gets in the ring and hits Moxley with his big discus lariat, and he cuts a promo. No one's here to save you. I'm the leader. I make lives better, and you have something I want. And Brody walks over to the AEW title, and he lays out a challenge. And Mox says, all he had to do was ask. So Lee kicks him in the head, and then the Dark Order swarm him again. So Mox versus Brody will officially take place at Double or Nothing. That's your title.
There's our title match. We were wondering what was going to happen to that. The Dark Order coming out. And Brody Lee going for the title shot. It's the first time we've seen Brody Lee not just beat the shit out of Marco Stunt. It's been exactly.
That's a
right.
big jump.
It's something to do.
Yeah, no, it's a good, 2 big men. They've had some chemistry before in WWE, so this will be fun.
This will be.
It should be Brody's first real standout match where we can actually see him go for 20 minutes.
Of course, and an AEW pay-per-views do not disappoint. These guys, will most likely have the time to work.
Yeah, so that'll be lots of fun. Then we got QT Marshall taking on Lance Archer because, QT and Dustin, they're buddies, and Dustin got real decimated last week. So he's looking out for him, and Brandy Rhodes is out there as well to support QT. But, Lance Archer just gets another dominant win. He does this little face claw thing again. I don't know what he calls it.
Yeah, but
Face claw.
the face claw. Oh my God, it's the face claw.
And then after the match, Britt Baker appears, and she nails Brandy with a DDT right on the floor, and then tosses Brandy into the ring to Archer. And then Jake the Snake comes out with a snake. Can you believe it?
I can't.
2020.
It's his name.
I mean, it was a bit smaller compared to the monsters he used to have, but it was fine. Snake. And then he places the snake on top of the knocked out Brandy, and he kind of hovers over her in a humping position. Brandy stays calm and cool though. Jake picks up he even shoved it right in her face at one point. It was pretty close. And then he gets up. He pretends to throw it in the crowd at one point, and you can hear this genuine scream. Someone, ah! They thought it was, and then on the way out, Jake even steps on the tail of the snake. I don't know if you noticed.
I didn't notice that. No.
Call PETA.
Hey.
Just barely on the end of the tail.
Poor guy.
The snake
I'm sure Jake the Snake
man?
likes snakes. It's not like he's being a dick to snakes. I'm sure right now, if you were like, hey man, do you like snakes? He'd be like, fucking love them. They've made me so much
There's
money.
Some controversy. Yes, they have helped.
They have helped me so much in my career.
Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't worried about the snake. He was fine. But yeah, that was a fun collab. Where's Cody though? He was nowhere to be found.
You think after your wife gets fucking planted,
yeah,
you would show up and be like, "Hey, honey, you okay?"
Yeah, but no, he let the snake. So
apparently,
building that heat for that TNT title match. Oh. But let us go to the main event. We got a Falls Count Anywhere match. The Sex Gods, Jericho and Sammy taking on Kenny Omega and Broken Matt Hardy in this Falls Count Anywhere match. So yes, we're gonna explore this stadium.
Great. Let's see what the Jacksonville Jaguars really have to offer in terms of facility. See, that's what I want as a sports fan. I want to see what their athletes see.
Yeah, and since we were outdoors, Jericho got his pyro for his entrance, and the crowd was singing Judas. We missed that.
All 12 of them were singing.
All 12.
Singing Judas.
And of course, during his entrance, Jericho goes right over to his arch nemesis, Pineapple Pete. And Pete takes a swing at Jericho. Good for you, Pete. I love that. His name's not even Pineapple Pete, though. He needs to change his name.
Yeah. If his name is not that right now, change it to that.
Remember when he wrestled? It was like Shug D or something?
I remember something like that.
Yeah, but Pineapple Pete is now over. It's got to be.
Oh, that match, that's going to main event something.
That's got to be
Jericho.
Dynamite main event.
Pineapple Pete.
But anyways, this is the first official match for Matt Hardy here. And this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, so half these guys were in street gear, jeans, T-shirts.
It was weird to
pads.
see Kenny Omega wearing jeans.
Yeah, jeans. Him and Sammy both in jeans.
Weird look.
They're fighting all around. They don't stay in the ring for long. Hardy gets thrown into the entrance tunnel, breaks a piece of that. We get ladders, tables. Matt Hardy hits a big splash off the ladder through the table. Sammy Guevara. They fight backstage. This is when we start exploring the arena. And there was some people watching. There was a fair
amount of people who stayed 15 feet away. They all
there was kids and families.
They all had face masks on. I saw one was a family. It was like a father and 3 sons.
But I mean, is that the wrestler's family? Where the hell do these people come from? That's all I was wondering.
I don't know. Maybe they're like, hey, if you stand 15 feet away,
they just wandered into the facility.
They just wandered in because it kind of looked like. And JR explains this at one point. He's like, because it's connected to some other building that people would naturally walk through.
So maybe they were just passing through.
And, as if they're just passing through. Like, oh, my God.
Because, I was wondering. I'm like, that's like a 10-year-old boy who was watching. But anyways, they're fighting all around. They're throwing power bombs into the garage doors. Someone gets slammed into an ATM and cash comes out.
What happened? I think Kenny Omega smacked Chris Jericho with one of those, caution wet floor signs.
Yeah,
that made a huge slap, and it broke. It broke a little bit. It broke a little bit too.
Yeah, so we had those. We had pylons, barricades, and then Matt Hardy climbs into the golf cart.
Okay, wait, no. First, though, there was the spot where Matt Hardy gets thrown into the ice container.
Oh, the box
where you would, and he gets locked in. Where you would buy all the bagged ice, and then he comes back in his Damascus clothing. He kind of has a quick wardrobe swap down there. pops
Yes.
up, and then he gets in this golf cart, and he's looking at us, and he's like, you will want to document these events. And then he just goes on what we call in the Grand Theft Auto world, just playing the game.
A rampage.
But he runs down Chris Jericho, and then Kenny Omega hops in.
Yeah, and they drive off, and then they turn around and start chasing Sammy down. He's running away, and they fucking nail him. He took a real
that
good
was
bump.
a real good one. The way he kind of spins once he hits it too.
Oh yeah, he jumped into it. Jericho kind of took it on the side. And
that was
fell.
a fantastic bump that Sammy Guevara took.
Yeah, fucking beauty, great shot, and the way Kenny pointed at him as they were driving off, he did his Kenny point.
Yeah, his little.
I've already seen the image shared online. It's gonna be forever. It's a perfect banner
of
image.
just Kenny Omega on
They're him pointing as he's chasing, like he's running from a train. It's just perfect.
with Matt Hardy beside him, like the whole thing.
Matt Hardy
is
just
crazy.
driving, looking like a maniac.
Yeah.
So this was great. They're killing people on this golf cart. They get out. They set Jericho up on these tables, and then Omega climbs onto a scissor lift, and then it extends further
That
to
was
the
the
heavens.
best part. He's still pumping himself up while he's pressing the button for the thing to go up. He's just yeah.
Yeah, so he's 12 feet, 15 feet in the air. Who knows? Hager comes out to save Jericho, but Matt fights with him. So Kenny then climbs even further up higher onto this shaky railing of the scissor lift, and he hits a fucking moonsault off the top onto the floor. That was a pay-per-view worthy bump.
Yes, it really was. Yeah.
Yeah. So he takes out everyone. He picks up Jericho for the one-winged angel. But then Santana and Ortiz come running in. They attack him. So it's 5 against 2 now. It's not fair. They give Matt the old triple shield power bomb through the 2 tables. And then Jericho power bombs Omega on top of a golf cart. And then soon after, he hits the Judas effect and gets the 3 count. So Inner Circle celebrate in front of the football field. And then on the scoreboard, the Inner Circle is written. A great visual for the ending.
So this is what I've gathered. I think the Jaguars practice facility is connected to the arena where the Jaguars play, and then there's some kind of middle shopping center area between the two.
That's gotta be a huge fucking.
That's what I've kind of got. That's because I think what they were looking onto was you could see it, huge field, stands on either side.
Yeah, you could see the
looked
field.
like it was kind of NFL quality, or at least NFL sized.
Yeah,
Fantastic!
And it was, such a cool.
Let's get that match happening at in the end zone. Let's go over to center field.
We want a football frenzy.
That's what we want. We don't want that blood and guts match. We want a 5-on-5 tackle football game at Jaguar Stadium. Team Moxley versus the Inner Circle. Or the Elite versus the Inner Circle. Give it to us. Just have some men playing football. They can film it very Longest Yard-esque, with lots of slow-mo sweating. I would watch that for 2 hours. Yeah, if you asked me, hey Cameron, do you want to watch the Elite take on the Inner Circle in a well-produced football movie? I mean, I'm saying yes. I don't know why I'd ever say no to that.
Yeah, no, this was great. Great match, lots of fun spots, and let's get the sequel on the field.
Let's get the sequel on the field. Just this wild and chaotic spectacular. I don't think now. Correct me. Do any of these people have something going on right now for Double or Nothing?
Well, they announced a couple new matches.
Okay, what you got?
So, of course, we know about the Cody versus Lance Archer.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on here.
And then of Cody and Lance Archer, and we were just given Brody Lee, John Moxley for the title there. The tag belts are still up in the air.
Yeah, so then MJF is taking on Jungle Boy in a singles match.
Okay.
And then they announced a casino ladder match for a future AEW World Championship opportunity.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. You know what? They did the Battle Royal thing.
Yeah. Casino Battle Royal.
But I loved that format where they kind of released people in waves.
Well, yeah, I don't know how if the casino is just part of the name because that's where the pay-per-view is, or if there's going to be some sort of gimmick to go with this
kind of
ladder
gimmick.
match.
Normally, 6 or 7 people in a ladder match. You would certainly picture Jungle Boy and MJF being in that ladder match, possibly.
Who knows?
But
Yeah. right now we don't know any participants. We just know the match is happening.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. We still got a couple weeks.
Still got a couple weeks to find out. That was great. That was all of AEW. Another great show. Just a great main event.
Yeah, they made, empty arena. If the fans were watching, they wouldn't have been able to enjoy all those spots as much.
Certainly.
So, yeah, there you go.
There you go. There you have it. That was the week, though. Oh boy.
That was, yes, nearly everything.
That was nearly everything. Let's take a little time before we go home to talk about Money in the Bank. Of course, Money supposed to be in Baltimore. Now it's not. But we have, possibly these two concurrent matches. So, Mike, why don't you book this card and lay it out?
All right. Well, we've only got 6 matches announced, and 2 of them are combined into one. But let's start from the bottom here, because I think so. Apparently, of course, the Money in the Bank match is a pre-filmed cinematic spectacle, but all the other matches are going to be live from the Performance Center. And not taped live. This will be real live pay-per-view.
Oh, so they won't be participating. Oh, it won't be taking place on the roof of Titan Tower. It's not like the whole show is going.
I think that's just that match.
That's too. Okay.
So but anyways, we'll see. But let's kick off the show. We got a fatal 4-way tag team match for the SmackDown tag titles. The New Day defending against Miz and Morrison, the Forgotten Sons, and Lucha House Party getting a bite of the action.
It was funny until you said the New Day defending. I didn't know they were champions.
Yeah. So there's your match, your opening match. And then we also got Bayley defending her women's title against Tamina,
which I'm oddly ready for.
Yeah, they've done
well
with
exactly with Tamina right in the past month or so.
See what she can do. I'm sure Sasha Banks will be involved somehow.
Some way.
And then we got Braun Strowman defending his Universal Championship against Bray Wyatt. We didn't see The Fiend this week, but there's still one more SmackDown, so who knows what'll happen.
Yeah, we'll probably still see that tomorrow. No defending necessary. Bray Wyatt is he's taking that $5,000 belt,
I'd be fine. Yeah, that'd be fine with me. We can just kind of forget the last couple months happened with the Universal title.
It's crazy. Braun Strowman is one U.S. title away from being Grand Slam champion, and I would say total he's held belts for less than 100 days.
Probably, yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, no real.
He has so much beef.
Yeah, but hopefully he drops that belt.
Hopefully.
That's what I'm hoping for. But and then, of course, the other world title match, we got Drew McIntyre defending against Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Drew hasn't even had that, championship celebration that he truly deserves. So we're just going to keep it on him for a little while now.
Yeah, just keep him on, keep him going. Let's just see them. But then, of course, we've got the 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches for the women's and men's contract happening at the same time. So we got Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, Carmella for the women, and then Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles for the men.
Yeah, I really hope it's they're standing out in front with Vince McMahon, who just sort of says go.
Yeah, like Rat Race.
Like it's similar to Rat Race. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so do you think this is going to be one big long thing, or do you think they're going to cut back to it in between throughout the night, or how do you?
It's weird. I mean, it's truly they could do one or the other because I think both make sense. Just cutting back and forth seems dumb.
Yeah, I feel like if they're going to cut back and forth, it should be like the first half, everyone's battling, and then when they finally make it to the top, then the match,
Yeah, exactly.
Because now's a 30-minute ladder
exactly.
match.
Who knows? Maybe everyone might not make everyone might not make it up to the very top, right?
Multiple people referenced being thrown off the roof this week on the show.
That would be a logical cut.
It could happen.
Also, when the eventual performers get to the top, because I do wonder though, are there 2 rings? Are there 2
I think it's
briefcases
just one
hanging.
ring from the preview they showed. 2 briefcases hanging from one ring. So.
But and then are these people going to meet up in the middle? I am real excited for this
we don't
whole
know
new
if there's
thing.
like at the very beginning, Baron Corbin runs into the elevator like ha, and then the elevator breaks, so he's stuck.
I really hope
Otis goes in the cafeteria, gets distracted by ham. There could be so many
big thing of ham.
storylines.
I hope at one point there's somebody who they're just working in their office. Like maybe they had to get a project done or something.
And even
then,
Vince, they go into Vince's office. He's working on something.
or
God damn it.
someone's on the phone and then people come busting in through the door, beating the shit out of each other, and then they just get shushed and have to kind of walk out the door like sorry, kind of close the door behind them. There are spots to have a lot of fun, and I think we will.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Yeah,
for this
WWE
match.
has this advantage right now where they've had the option to have these cinematic matches before AEW has had them. Just because they did Mania and now this, right? And AEW didn't even have a pay-per-view in that amount of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, certainly they can kind of do whatever they want, and there's no rule book on it right now.
No, but yes, we're all very excited. 'Cause who knows? Anything can. At the end of the day, they are going to end up in a ring, so we're going to get some wrestling. We're going to get some cool moves, some ladders.
Yeah,
some
let's
tables.
go. Let's go Aleister Black on this one. I'm going to go Aleister Black, Lacey Evans. Oh my God, Shayna Baszler. I forgot about her. Fuck.
Yeah, so on the women's, I feel like they've definitely been promoting the Raw side way more than the. Lacey Evans is the only one on SmackDown that has a chance.
Yeah.
But,
my Shayna.
I don't want Shayna.
She might though.
She might.
She probably
Asuka,
will.
they've been pushing pretty good lately, though. Asuka, but I don't know. Yeah, Asuka or Lacey would be my 2, but you don't always get what you want. And then for the men, Aleister Black, yeah, he would be the good new guy to get it. And then of course AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, they're always there. Corbin, Otis, no way.
No. No way.
But yeah, either way, I'm ready for some good entertainment. Been looking forward. We need these sort of stuff. There's nothing else going on in the world, so Money in the Bank, baby. I'm pumped.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I really can't wait. And that's this Sunday, so everyone be sure to tune
Mother's
in.
Day.
It's Mother's Day this
Don't
Sunday?
forget to call your mothers,
I forgot
folks.
about that.
Yeah,
That makes sense. That's why my mom said, hey, give me a call on Sunday. That makes sense.
had
My
to
mother
tell you.
reminded me it was Mother's Day, apparently, after you just reminded me.
Yeah.
Too funny.
One other kind of funny thing
What you got?
related to all this. Well, it's, so my brother and his wife, my niece, she was just like watching a show the other day, some cartoon or something. And then all of a sudden she starts crying. And they're like, what's wrong? And she was sad because the character on the show got to go visit her grandparents. And she isn't allowed to.
Oh, that's so
She
sad.
just got the sad realities of the world.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
she's like
God,
2.5.
poor
But
niece.
She,
Oh,
she
you're-
cries like, oh, she got to see grandma. So yeah, it's funny in its sad way.
Oh, that's so tough.
But yes, call your mothers, folks.
Call your
If you
mothers, call your
remember.
grandmothers, call mothers.
Say yes.
Call your friends.
mothers.
Call your friends up and be like, "Hey, can I talk to your mom?
Hey, where's your
Hey,
mom?
where's your mom at? I wanna wish Happy Mother's Day from me."
But that's everything.
That was the
That's
show.
our-
That was the week. Another action-packed week leading up to all these pay-per-views. Let's close it off the only way we know how, which is with the Wrestler of the Week.
It's the wrestler of the week, of the week. Wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. Wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week.
You know what? There wasn't a lot of stuff going on here this week. I have to give it to he defended his title. Anytime you defend a title, you got to get some kind of reward. So Adam Cole, baby, you're my Wrestler of the Week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I was a little split on some stuff this week. I almost wanted to give it to Sonya Deville again for being so good. And then Kenny Omega for some great shit in that match. But I'm going to give it to Liv Morgan for stepping up with Charlotte. Good promo, good match. She's continuing every week, looking better. Liv Morgan.
Every single week. Liv Morgan couldn't have done that match but a year ago, but a few short months ago, and now she can. She's on the up and up, and that's only going to get better.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Mike. That's all the time we have. Remember to rate, review, like, and subscribe to the show because we're everywhere, baby. We're on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Google Play, and probably other places.
Yes, Pirate Bay.
We're on Pirate Bay, of course, as you know. We're on LimeWire. We're on Napster.
Kazaa.
Kazaa. All those things that people are still using to download all of viruses and all of their content. Okay, Mike, it was great.
Yeah.
Great chatting with you again. You keep safe out there, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. See ya later.